Ladies and gentlemen, the Anointed One, aka
Fragrance King.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So, started my day off this morning at 4 a.m. with some red tobacco intense versus red tobacco intense on this arm, red tobacco on this arm, and then Carlisle on my neck. And that's how I started my day. And I went to work. And as I'm driving to work, I'm letting it settle in. About a half hour into my ride, I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on today? What's up? What I got going on? And I'm side by side, like juxtaposing red tobacco and red tobacco intense. I found my answer out to just stay true for the rest of the day, which is red tobacco intense is better. And you notice that leather note side by side with the original. You notice the leather note. It's not crazy, but it's definitely darker. And I noticed more oud. So it was the differences was there's no fruit, the leather, and a little bit more oud, and the darkness is better and just smooth. And it's more refined, smooth, darker, better right from the get go. And in beast mode, I'm in the car, it's pounding. So it's a red beast. So when you think of the red beast, I think of red tobacco intense. Now this is how it should have been done. There should be no fruit to it. This isn't unisex for me. This is masculine, but I don't know. I never smelled it off a woman's skin. Some women can pull this off. But then Carlisle's on my neck too, and Carlisle's similar, but it's not as dark. Even the original red tobacco is darker. And so the original red tobacco doesn't have the leather. It's not, the oud isn't not as turned up, and it's not stinky barnyard or anything. Oud, it's just this darkness on the intense. And so you get that fruit. It's there throughout, even all the way through the dry down too. I'm smelling it throughout the day. It's still not as dark. A little bit of fruit, no leather. And the Carlisle has that tonka to it, so it's almost like just a little bit more vanilla tonka, minus the agarwood, minus the guaiac wood, minus the tobacco. It's like smoother, simpler. It still has the spices in the top. It's really smooth. It's more refined. It's really quality. Apart from some early, it's some quality. And it has a Papanax instead of amber, which is sweet myrrh. So it has a similar effect. When you smell them, they smell like they have the same base or something. But both the red tobaccos are darker and they have a lot more going on. And yeah, so and the Carlisle has the rose, the osmanthus, and the davina in the mid. So it's like a little bit softened up with some florals, but you don't really smell florals. But yeah, nutmeg, green apple, saffron in the top, which is similar, same spices in the top of red tobacco. Tonka bean, the rose, osmanthus, and the davina in the mid. And they share the patchouli, they share the vanilla, and instead of amber, this has a Papanax, but it has resins in it. So it's like the Carlisle gets compared to the red tobacco a lot, but it's different. It's smoother, it's slightly softer, and a little bit more tonka and vanilla. It's still classy, and without the agarwood, the guaiac wood, the cinnamon, and the sandalwood, all that slamming in. Without all that slamming in your face, the red tobacco has. And the red tobacco, yeah, the only thing different in the intense is just that leather note, and then minus the apple, yeah. So the intense is better. Minus the apple, pretty much all fruit together. I don't smell any fruit. Up the agarwood and up, and then added a leather note, and it's the best. It's pounding. So throughout the day, smelling everything, it's still a beast, just as much as the original. I'm coming home 9 hours later. I only sprayed one spray on me, one and a half on both sides coming from. I got the original red tobacco vial, and then this is my sample I got from Europe yesterday. So I'm spraying 1.5 sprays of that, and my Carlisle It's a 5 ml decant. I don't need a bottle. I'm never going to use a bottle. So I'm getting some decent sprays on me, but I didn't just like hose myself down with it. So 9 hours in, that's the skin scent from once. And I worked, when I worked and I'm sweating. So, but from previous experience, I know red tobacco will last 24 hours, especially on clothes. And if you hit yourself more than once, 5 times or something like that, it's gonna stay with you a long time. So I think that with this first comparison, yeah, the Intense is the better version. It's still a beast mode. It's still gonna last just as long as the red tobacco for the most part. And Carlisle is the lighter, a little bit more Tonka version without all that woody, agarwood harshness darkness in it. Smoother, refined parfums than Marley and similar scent base kind of structure. And my winner goes to Red Tobacco Intense for sure. It's darker, it's better, it's more of a beast. Something I like more. Carlisle is definitely good too, but if I was going to buy a bottle of anything, it's going to be Red Tobacco Intense. And I would say if you have a bottle of Red Tobacco Intense, or Red Tobacco, the regular Red Tobacco, getting a bottle of Red Tobacco Intense is not redundant. I'm not going to touch this Red Tobacco ever again in my life, probably. Unless I just want to reminisce. I'm going to go with the Red Tobacco Intense from now on. I'm either going to load up on samples, because I don't need another bottle. But I don't know. If it grows on me, I'll buy a bottle. Even more. It's good, but I don't know. I'm trying to be conservative here. I don't need to drop $100 here, $100 there, $200 here all the time. So I'll probably load up on vials from Twisted Lilies when it gets to America. But if I had to buy a bottle, it's going to be Red Tobacco Intense. It's just the best. It's better. It's better. Fall, wintertime, holiday, October, November, December up in the north for sure. January, February. There's a place for it for sure. Is it the best? Nothing's going to take me from Onslaught, Ganymede, Sauvage Elixir. We got Bulgari Man in Black for a wintertime spice too, but this definitely has its spot. It definitely has its spot. And it is the winner. It's the new Red Beast. I'm not trying to hype it up either. I'm just trying to give a real review. On my first impression, it was good. I thought it was really similar, but when it's side by side with the original Red Tobacco, you smell the differences immediately. It's darker, leather, more oud, zero fruit. Just as much of a beast mode, more refined from the get-go, just better hands down. The original has the fruit, screechy up top until it dries down a little bit, and the fruit stays with it the whole time. It does not have that leather note. That leather note adds a lot, that depth to it. It just brings the darkness out, and it makes it more of a fall wintertime scent, and it just makes it just, I don't know, more put together. It just puts it something else, just more put together. And it kind of takes it almost out of that unisex category into more manly leaning fragrance versus the Red Tobacco really could go both ways. Because it has that fruit to it. It's off-putting to me. But they're both a lot going on. And that's what I like with my fragrances. A lot going on. Complex. But yeah, that's just Red Tobacco Intense versus Red Tobacco versus Carlisle. That's just how I spent my day. That's the gist of everything here. Carlisle's good, but Carlisle's real good. but I'm probably only going to reach for the red tobacco intense from now on. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you like this, go ahead and like it, subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and I hope someone helps. Hope this helps somebody out, because they're always comparing Carlisle to red tobacco, and they're not the same. They have similar notes, and when you smell them, they're kind of like, okay, they're close. Red tobacco is way darker, more complex, not as smooth, less Tonka. There's no Tonka in it, so it's less vanilla Tonka. But yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Anointed One, aka
Fragrance King.